I feel so inadequate after Father Pfleger speaking, but I would never turn down an opportunity to share a couple of words with the community, because there's only 24 hours a day. I'm trying to fit that 25th hour in and get out everywhere and talk to everybody all the time. I've spent an awful lot of time over the last, tomorrow's my 3-week anniversary. And I'm also up for confirmation tomorrow, so speak to your alderman. That would be very helpful. But I've spent an awful lot of time speaking to police officers over the last few weeks, and I cannot help but be impressed by the sense of pride that they all take in this great agency called the Chicago Police Department. And Father, I'm gonna, you know what? I'm there. I'm going to take 1 second, if you'll forgive me for this. You know, I can't echo or speak as articulate as you did, laying out the challenges that we face as a society. But I'm here to tell you just 1 or 2 quick things, which is there are no accidents. There are no accidents in this universe. And I believe deep down in my soul, I've never made a decision in my police career, yet God has brought me to this place. I never made a decision in my police career, and I jokingly tell people I live a Forrest Gump type existence, just floating along and ending up where I go. But I did 25 years in the NYPD, and I was there on 9/11, so I have my own personal opinions about Osama bin Laden. Please forgive me for that, Father. But I was also there to see a change, a big change in the NYPD and the way we do business. And I want to give you a couple of numbers. In 1990, in New York City, there were 2,245 people murdered. I'm going to say that again. 2,245 people murdered. And the headlines on the Daily News were, "Do something, Dave," talking to David Dinkins, the mayor at the time. Well, we changed the way we did business, and the NYPD has been very successful to the point where last year they reduced that number to 450. Now that's certainly progress, but it's not good enough. Do you realize we're talking about a 75% reduction, which is a big deal, but we had 450 people murdered. And right here in Chicago, a city that is a third the size of New York City, last year we had 450 people murdered. That's not okay. It's not okay. And again, Father, forgive me, I looked at my BlackBerry in church. But while we were sitting here, there was another murder in the city of Chicago. It's not okay, and I'm not willing to accept that it's okay, and I'm setting the bar higher than anybody ever sets the bar for me. I set it higher than anybody sets it. And I had a conversation with Father Pfleger, and I told him my vision, and he basically articulated it. But I want to tell you, we used to react to crime, then we used to prevent crime. That's what we're doing now. That's how we reduce crime. But nobody's ever cured crime. Nobody's ever cured it. The police cannot arrest our way out of crime. It's got to be done on a different level. It's got to be done in recognition of the moral authority of the community to change behavior of criminals. Wow, there must be something about this pulpit here, because I'm feeling strong. I should never mix politics and faith, but since the Father mentioned it, I want to talk just one thing, and then I promise you I'm giving up the microphone. This is the last time I get invited to speak. You know, I'm going to take a risk here, and I'm going to give you something. And this is definitely the right audience. Father Flager talked about gun control. And I want to give a little test here. And this is sensitive, you know, because everybody's afraid of race. Have you noticed that? Everybody's afraid of race. I'm not afraid of race. I was born and raised in the Bronx, New York. And when I was growing up, the three biggest problems were gangs, guns, and drugs. Does that sound familiar? So how much have we failed as a society to address this? I'm 52 years old. I'm 52 years old, and today in 2011, we're talking about gangs and guns and drugs and what we're going to do to fix it, okay? A big component of this has to do with race. Everybody's afraid of race. I'm not afraid of race. So here's what I want to tell you. See, let's see if we can make a connection here. Slavery, segregation, black codes, Jim Crow. What do they all have in common? Anybody getting scared? Government-sponsored racism. I told you I wasn't afraid. I told you I wasn't afraid. Now, I want you to connect one more dot on that chain of the African American history in this country and tell me if I'm crazy. Federal gun laws that facilitate the flow of illegal firearms into our urban centers across this country that are killing our black and brown children. The NRA does not like me, and I'm okay with that. We've got to get the gun debate back to center, and it's got to come with the recognition of who's paying the price for the gun manufacturers being rich and living in gated communities. On December 23rd in Newark, I was coming from a Christmas party when we had two back-to-back events. We had 5 kids who were shot. 2 of them succumbed to their wounds. And then we had 2 more men who were shot back-to-back within 5 minutes of each other. I was on my way to one when I went to the other, and I was walking through shell casings, bullets, spent bullets in the street. They were getting stuck in my shoes, and I said, you know what? Something's wrong. Something's wrong. And I went from one scene to the next, and by the time I got home, probably about 10:30, 11 o'clock that night, snapped on the TV to relax for a few minutes. And what was on TV? Sarah Palin's Alaska. And she was caribou hunting and talking about the right to bear arms. Why wasn't she at the crime scene with me? I'm going to need some help because people don't want to hear this, okay? And this is what I'm talking about, changing the face of the way we do police in this country, starting right here in Chicago. It's with a recognition of what is going on and a plan to address it. I couldn't be happier. I feel like I'm in the perfect place, the perfect time, with the right people around me. Thank you very much, everybody. This is going to be a great experience.